Hey guys, hello, and welcome back to the channel. I know it's a little late. Let's see, it's about 9:44, so I won't be before you very long. But I just wanted to come back on and do the continuation. Yesterday we talked about PET, procrastination, elimination, and transformation. Well, tonight let's talk a little bit about procrastination. So being a procrastinator. So how in this new year do we go from procrastinating to non-procrastinating, right? You take small steps, and your small steps get you to the big goal. So you start to break down your big goal and you make it into little steps, right? Yes, little steps under the goal, right? So how do I stop procrastinating? First, you have to acknowledge and admit to yourself, I am a procrastinator, right? I procrastinate every chance I get, right? Because that's the way I've been operating. Secondly, what you need to realize is, why do I procrastinate? Ask yourself, why do you procrastinate? Why do you put stuff off until tomorrow? Why do you put stuff off, period? Right? Are you frightened of doing it? Does fear kick in? Are you afraid of the end result? Do you really not want to do it? So you have to figure out, again, why do I procrastinate? Right? And when do I most procrastinate? What topic or what issue or whatever it is that I become the biggest procrastinator, or I become procrastinating altogether, right? You have to figure those things out. The why, the when, the what, and the how, right? And the how is, how do I work toward not being a procrastinator, right? So once you figure those things out, then you can work toward, this is a new year. You don't want to bring that old stuff into the new year. You want to start afresh and say, I want to go ahead. I don't want to be a procrastinator anymore. I don't want to procrastinate. I don't want to do that anymore. So the why, the what, and the how do I not do it anymore, right? So you break it down. So you begin to start those little steps that gets to the big goal of not being a procrastinator, putting things off, and because it backfires when you put things off, then you mess with the time factor. And remember, you can't get time back, right? That's one thing you can't do. You also mess with deadlines, right? So we got time, we got deadlines. People are depending on you, and if you're a procrastinator, let's say for instance you're supposed to package up items that you sold and they're supposed to be delivered out in a timely manner. There's that time factor again, right? People won't want to purchase from you anymore because their whole concept is that you don't get things out in a timely manner. I purchase from you, but I don't receive it until I don't know when. You don't honor your word, like things like that, for instance. So, and just a tidbit, I'm touching on procrastination because I want to talk about, and the acronym is PET, so procrastination, elimination, and transformation, okay? So first we got to get the procrastination part down packed. Like, first you need to figure out, why do I procrastinate? When do I procrastinate most? And how do I stop procrastinating? Those are the three things that are your homework to figure out for you. I only can figure it out for me. Right? So you have to figure it out for you in order for you to get better, to take those steps to get toward that big goal. Because no matter how much everything else you set in place, if you keep procrastinating, you'll never be in a timely manner. You'll never meet those deadlines. You'll never be that person that people could depend on. So you got to figure those three things out, and then we will revisit it once we talk about elimination. Because see, now once we touch on elimination, it's going to be knocking procrastination out the box, right? Because we're already going to figure out why we procrastinate, when do we do it most, what triggers us to do it, and how do we fix it. Okay, so we're going to come back to this again. This is just the first part of it, to figure out why we do it, when we do it, and how do we fix it, right? Because first you got to start. It's almost like you have to first admit you have the problem, and then once you admit you have the problem, then you can go from there. All right. So that's procrastination. The acronym is #PET, procrastination, elimination, and transformation. So at the end of the series, we'll be able to transform around both of those topics, procrastination and elimination. Okay. All right. So guys, don't forget, I forgot to say it in the beginning. Don't forget, hit those thumbs up and like this video. Don't forget to share. Most of all, don't forget, if you haven't already, subscribe. Invite a friend over to subscribe, right? because one of my goals this year is to build up the community, to reaching out where I can go live and you guys can comment while I'm on, versus seeing the video afterwards. Okay, so that's one of my biggest goals this year, is to build up my pages on YouTube, Facebook, and so forth. Okay, all right guys, have a good night, and until next time, don't forget, let's try to figure out when, how, why, when, and how I became a procrastinator, and how do I fix it. All right, talk to you guys soon. Have a great evening.